everyone, it's Joanna here from Inspired by Stamping, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a faux calligraphy video tutorial on how to make these cards. They're so cute and they're so great for a gift set to give away for family and friends, and the Christmas is coming pretty soon, so this would be great to create these now for all our thank you cards. So here I am, I'm using our big thank you stamp set here, and I'm also using some beautiful fine tech pearl watercolor paint that I just purchased. It's beautiful, and I got the gold set, and I have a few other sets too. So here's our big thank you stamp set. We're using the thanks here, and we're also going to connect the S to the end of it. It's our free stamp of the month this month, and I'm so excited. And I'm also using our Fancy Labels 3. So I've already cut out my paper and all ready to go, and it's 4x4 here, and this is 3 3/4 inches here. So I've cut this out. You can always stamp first and then cut out your die, but I'm using some Arches watercolor paper. It's my scrap paper, so I'm using the back side of it today, and just using up all those scraps from those mistakes that you use. So you can always use the back side if you need to. So I'm going to line up my die paper here, and I'm just going to push it over to the left side in the corner, and I'm just going to put down one little magnet, and I'm lining it up because I felt that I wanted to make sure that that thanks was perfectly centered. You can always stamp first and then use your die cut and cut it out afterwards, but I just thought I'd share with you a different way of doing it. So I'm using some Antique Distress ink, and I just love it. It's already kind of a gold tinted, so when we paint over with gold, it really doesn't show up. And what we're going to do here is just switch that out and grab the S. So when I created this thanks, I overlapped the little K and the S, so you can overlap that just a little bit there so you can have perfect alignment. So you can just line those two up together and you will have a perfect thanks instead of a thank you. So let me just push this over to the side, and I'm going to zoom in here so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. And here's the fine tech calligraphy paint that I just bought, and it's beautiful. There are different forms of gold here. You can also mix them up with watercolors if you want to, in different colors with the white at the end. And I'm going to be using the darker golds today. So that's what I used with these set of cards. I used all different ones here, so I just am sharing with you which ones that I used for which card here, so you can really see the difference. And that one's a bit darker, and it's just beautiful. So I'm going to use the darker one here today, and I'm just going to zoom in right now so you can see. Okay, so here we are, and I'm using a number 1 brush, and I'm using a little tip here because I just want to have a delicate stroke. These lines are pretty thin on this thanks sentiment, and I'm just mixing it up with some water to make sure we have a really nice consistency here. And what we're going to do is when you're pressing down with your calligraphy and you're going down with your brush strokes, you want to put a little bit of pressure down on that brush, and when you're going on your upstrokes, you want to make sure that you don't have a whole lot of pressure here. So it's a really fun technique just to practice with your calligraphy and your lines if you would like, or you could just color it the way that I'm doing and not really worrying too much. But just those thicker lines when you're going down, that's when you press down on your brush, and when you go up, you press very lightly. So here and then that's all you do is you just go through and you just trace over with this watercolor brush. Isn't it simple and easy? And you have a beautiful gold sparkly pearl card, and it shines. I cannot tell you how beautiful it is. The pictures, even the video doesn't even do it justice of how beautiful the color is of this beautiful fine tech paint. I'm absolutely in love with it. I can't wait to try the silver too. It's going to be so fun. So just continuously go over and over again, and just every time you go back over it, it gets a little bit darker too when you create layers. And then that's it. It's just so simple. And I just going back over it one more time. I just did 2 layers on this, and I just thought that that was just what I needed. All 3 or 4 cards, I believe they took me about 10 minutes. This part was the longest part. And now what we're going to do is just make the card. It's that simple. So I'm just using some washi tape here, and I'm just going to spread it here. It's some Heidi Swap washi tape that I bought at Michael's, and I'm just crossing it over. And here's our crochet tape. I have some in the store this week for you, even today, and I'm just going to line that up exactly next to it. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to snip off the ends and just push them over. And now we'll just push this to the side and grab this again. It should be nice and dry so we don't have to worry about the ink or the paint spreading around. And I'm just going to stamp a little flower here with this Tattered Rose Distress ink. And I'm just going to lightly tap on the corner and just place 2 little flowers on each corner on either side. And then just switch this off and grab our leaves. And this time I'm going to use some peeled paint. And again, just randomly place a couple little leaves here, not worrying too much of where I'm placing them. Just kind of along the edge here, creating a cute little border here. And over there, and then one right here. Let me just get rid of some of that ink. And now we're just going to grab some foam dimensionals, some foam tape here, and we're going to place that in the center as so. And now that I'm going to add my foam dimensionals, I'm just going to line it up perfectly straight here. And you can also add some little rhinestones if you would like, and I did that also here. And just make sure everything is nice and straight and nice and stuck, and you have a beautiful card with a couple little rhinestones in the corner, and it's just perfectly simple, easy, and you can have a stack of cards in at least 20 minutes time. And I really hope that you've enjoyed all the different arrays of thank you cards that you can create. This would be such a beautiful gift set. Just grab some envelopes and tie it with a beautiful bow. So if you have any questions, don't forget to email me or leave a comment here on my YouTube page. And don't forget to check out our online video classroom where I have all our videos up on one single page so you can all check them out. I'll leave a link below. Thank you so much for stopping by, guys.